and gentlemen, and welcome to the Columbus Funnybone Comedy Club. We have an excellent show for you tonight, but as always, we have a few very important rules here at the Funnybone. We ask that you please keep your table conversations down to a minimum as a courtesy to the performer and to ensure a quality show to the folks seated around you. Photography and video recordings are not permitted at tonight's show. One last thing, turn off your cell phone. All right, Columbus, with that out of the way, are we ready to laugh tonight? Come on, I know we can do better. I said, are you ready? That's more like it. I'm going to start off tonight's show by introducing your host and MC. This comic has brought laughter to clubs across the U.S. Please give a warm Funnybone welcome for Leslie Battle.
Y'all low key about that, aren't you? Everybody just nodding their heads like, no, we ain't jamming yet. It's still a little bit too early. We gotta save some energy for later. Y'all here to see Guy Tori, right? Y'all didn't come to see some chick with her hair looking like Frederick Douglass this early in the morning. What? My natural sisters know I'm in transition right now. This is a work in progress. In other words, I don't know what the hell to do with it, okay? Up until about a week ago, I had it in sister lodge. I love my sister lodge, but I have what they call the fiscal constraints. And so I had to maintain it on my own. Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. So we just gonna start that over again. Sometimes you just gotta start fresh. You know what I'm saying? Start fresh. For those of you that don't know me, I'm 52 years old. Right? Yay, Black Don't Crack. I'm a fan. How about that? It's good stuff. It's funny though, because I have 3 adult children. They're 28, 25, and 22. My daughter is actually in the audience tonight. Baby mama's gonna cuss. Okay? Maybe I tried real hard when she was young not to be cussing around the kids. Now all these new parents are proving you didn't have to do all that. I was like, I almost popped a couple of aneurysms a couple of times. I could have just skipped all of that. Just let my kids know what's really going on. I love my daughter. She knows I love her. She's a sweetheart. It's funny though, because her dad is a German-Irish guy, right? I say he's the whitest white man in America because with him, I had 2 blue-eyed babies. Yeah. I'm just saying, I was in the delivery suite like, I'm gonna need a paternity test, okay? These Walmart greeters just ain't trusting everybody anymore. They don't want some documentation. They wanna know what's going on. She's very smart, my daughter. My daughter's very smart, but she was about 18 months old, not even 2 years old. She figured out that she could open the drawers in the kitchen cabinets, climb up on top of the counter, on top of the microwave, on top of the fridge to get candy. Not even 2 years old. You know I was scared for puberty, right? This kid was already smarter than me. I didn't know that place was a place until I was like first grade. You know, I didn't know there was a top to the refrigerator. That's just not kid business. They do grow up so fast, though. One day, she goes, Mom, I think you need more rest. And I thought that was just such a kind and pathetic thing for my child to say. Before I finished the thought, she was like, you got big old bags under your eyes. Just you wait, girl, just you wait. But because of the German-Irish side, she's very pale, she's very fair-skinned. One day when she was 19 years old, I was driving her to work, right? I look over, she's got these beautiful brown freckles across the bridge of her nose, freckles that I had not noticed before. What kind of mother am I? I don't know my almost adult daughter's face. I'm having a mini meltdown. I'm just like, what other things did I not catch on? What kind of neglectful person am I? And I'm freaking out. I finally turned to her and I asked, I'm like, honey, have you always had those freckles? She's like, oh no, Mom, I painted those on today. Can you warn a bitch first, you know? I tried weed for the first time when I was 47 years old. Don't woo that shit, I fucked it up, okay? I I get it. Y'all are just like, Leslie, how do you fuck up weed? Guess what? This bitch found a way. Okay. It was an edible. Okay, good. We all tracking. Good. See, here's the thing. When you're a comic and you hang out with comics, you end up experimenting even when you don't mean to. So I was at Comic Con because I like to dress up in tight leather suits sometimes. It's my kink, let it be. And another comic offers me a cookie. Guess what? This bitch loves cookies, okay? And evidently I wasn't listening too closely because sometimes when men are talking to me, I just tune out. But I now remember that he was just like, well, this is an edible, and I'm just like, of course it's edible, bitch, it's a cookie. So he holds out this half cookie in his hand, and I'm just like, a half cookie, boy, are you that broke? Like, what's... Then it's like, don't be frowning on somebody else's, sacrifice. So I'm down to hatch half a fucking edible cookie. Yeah, for a first timer. Thankfully, it didn't kick in until after I got home, but let me tell you, I'm laying on my friend's couch, and the room is spinning so violently that I have reasoned out that it makes sense to stop breathing. Okay, for the folks in the room that are medical, let me explain. You get dizzy because your inner ear gets disturbed, right? Well, nothing else was moving but my body, and the reason my body was moving was because I was breathing. So I logicked, not stop, that if I stopped my body moving, then my ears wouldn't be disturbed, the dizziness would go, and I could go to sleep. Sounds like science except for the not breathing part. Are we all in agreement on that? Yeah. Luckily, my good sense angel was on my shoulder. She's like, bitch, you gotta breathe. You just gotta tell you just go to sleep. Saved my life that night. But that's not the best part of the story. That is not the good part of the story. A month later, I'm in my car with my kids, and since one of them is gonna pick my nursing home, I still try to be nice sometimes. And so I'm trying to be cool, and I'm just like, well, guys, I finally tried weed. They're like, what? I'm like, nah, I messed it up. I think I OD'd. They're like, Mom, you can't OD on weed. And I'm like, well, it was an edible. In unison, all three of the people who've been on this earth half the time that I've been like, oh. They just got me out in the wilderness not telling me nothing, right? It's not cool. So, I don't know if y'all can tell because I'm up here standing in front of a room full of strangers looking for attention, but I'm divorced. And that left me in the very unenviable predicament of being a black woman trying to date in Central Ohio in her 40s. I'm just saying very few things get me as riled up as some 60-year-old white dude crawling my DMs talking about, hey, brown sugar, what's going on? Please get the fuck out of my DMs, okay? You are not welcome here, sir. But I do have a problem. I have a problem. It's kind of a problem that might not be a problem. It's not a problem to everybody. Leslie don't learn shit, okay? That's the problem. I seem to have this not treatable by a 12-step program addiction to white men. And living in Central Ohio, there's a bumper fucking crop out there. So that's not prejudice, that's just math. It's a little thing called probability. My math teacher would be proud of me. It's bad. Actually got hooked up with an Indiana farmer. I know it sounds like just comedy, but this is real shit, y'all. Leslie don't learn shit, okay? My friends thought it was funny. They were just like, Leslie, what are you doing hanging out on farmersonly.com? No, that wasn't how we met. We met the old-fashioned way. You saw me at an auction, made the highest bid. It was a charity auction for cancer kids. I don't know why you hate me right now. It's like that. I did have a thing for younger dudes because when you're in your mid-40s, everybody's younger than you. My friends thought it was funny. They'd be like, well, Leslie, you and these young guys, I mean, doesn't that make you a cougar? I'm over like, bitch, I am brown, in some places I'm fuzzy. That makes me a cougar. That's like a dictionary definition, isn't it? Like, it's wild. But when you're divorced and your kids become adults, life can get kind of weird, especially if you were the one who went a little crazy. My son wanted to hang out with me. He's like, hey, Mom, me and the guys are going to get some liquor. You should come hang out with us. Have you figured out which one of them you're the most comfortable calling dad yet? Because you are not the only one in your friends group who is legal now, son. I mean... Who missed the part about me going crazy in the divorce? I feel like I need to be getting some notes or something. These folks are paying attention. They right with me. Like, they get it. Stay with me. You only gotta bear with me for like 10 more minutes. There's a lot about this world that I don't understand now. There's a lot about this world that I don't understand. I don't understand sci-fi fans who still want to be racist. I just feel like that's a weird hill to die on. Like, you know, you can have all of these freaking, like, you can have purple people, you can, somehow they're weirdly turned on by the green words, I don't even know what that's about, but you can't have black people? Space itself is black. Like, I don't understand why that's just such a hard concept to get. Like Billy D. Williams wasn't in the first Star Wars, y'all need to calm down on that. That's all I'm saying. Maybe that's not what I'm saying. Military veteran, I was in the Army for a total of 26 years. One of my fellow soldiers is sitting here in the audience. Had to shout her out because I could see her. He's like, bright, y'all. It's wild though because there's a specific set of people who hate when I mention that I'm a military veteran. And they are all 20-something white dudes who have never served a day. Coming up to me after the show talking about, Leslie, you only tell people that you're a veteran because you want free applause. Dude, I'm a 50-year-old black woman veteran who has no cats, 2 divorces, and 3 grown-ass adult kids. Yes, bitch, I want free applause. Don't be fucking stupid, Chet. You was up there telling 5 minutes of fart jokes for a goddamn drink ticket. Maybe know your worth, bitch. I can't be talking to other people's babies like that. They get scared. It's true, evidently I'm intimidating somehow. I mean, I get it, I'm like 5'8". Exactly, what is scary about me? I am just like a little bit browner marshmallow man. It's not that... But it was difficult when I was dating. Because not only, you know, am I a veteran, but I'm a comic, and dudes always want to make it like a competition. But then I started thinking about it, you know, maybe it's not realistic to expect a man to want to get with a woman that he knows is trained to kill, but still also gets her cycle. Like, nobody wants to be the one bringing home the wrong flavor of ice cream that week. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you didn't say butter pecan? I swear to God you said butter pecan. I understand there's a big difference between, I could kill you, and I could kill you. Certain skills. I messed that up, I'm sorry. Well, y'all don't have to worry about me too much, actually. My guy found me. She's in love. But you know how the internet be telling you that love will come to you when you're ready? Took me 51 years, I must be a knucklehead. Like, it's funny though, because he's a ginger, he's a redhead. So he's got this white beard, red hair. And I was trying to be mean to him one night. I was trying to think of, y'all be telling me I don't got enough ass for you, okay? You ain't even met me, bro, alright? Trust me. You can't tell that I ain't got no titties either, alright? Don't. We're not doing that tonight. Y'all wait till the bitch got somebody to be like, oh, well, I didn't know. Never mind. But yeah, I was trying to be mean to him. I was thinking of a cartoon character to compare him to. I called him Yosemite Sam. Joke's on me, can't unsee that shit now. And just to make it worse, he'd be running around like, oh! Evidently, I got to get a Bugs Bunny costume. That's funny. What's fun about this relationship, he's got me watching NASCAR. Exactly. I think that NASCAR is kind of like the perfect metaphor for the patriarchy because it's just a bunch of white men running around in circles getting pissed off when they get caught breaking the rules. That's what the hell it is. It sucks though because I need some white men to quit fucking shit up, right? Like, I used to be able to tell people I'm a veteran and they would be like, oh cool, where'd you serve? Now I tell people I'm a veteran, they're just like, you weren't a January 6th, were you? Bitch, look at me, no, okay? I may have known a couple of people that were there, but I didn't like them before that. It's not like people just turned into assholes all of a sudden just because Trump got elected. That shit was brewing. But y'all don't want to listen to fucking body, okay? Messy. Just messy. What? Oh no, you was brave. Go ahead. Sound work both ways, okay? So, I just couldn't hear you because I'm old. I know you said something. And I can't see you either, so you just feel a little bold. It's all good. Life is tripped up. I'm getting kind of frustrated because, like, okay, millennials, I get it. Y'all are exhausted. Living in this country is exhausting. Like, I get it. But could y'all please let Gen Xers have our moment of being old? Y'all, you got 30-something people that's like, oh my God, I'm so old. Oh my God, I'm so old. I graduated high school in 1988. Yeah, fuck y'all. But okay, see, here's the thing. Like, I want to be like, oh, I'm so old because, like, I actually took a typing class on a typewriter. You know where you find typewriters now? In the museum. You got these 30-somethings out here. I'm so old, bitch. My actual stuff I got a grade for is a relic. It messes with you. But when I want to bitch about being old, there's always some 70-year-old lady like, you still got your gallbladder, rookie. I bet you was born with both those knees, too. That's cute. Oh, your son's 28? Mine's 50. Like, she puts bass in her voice and everything. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. It's bad because, like, when I was younger and I had to go to the doctor, like, get my physical or whatever, they'd always be older than me. I'd always assume that they were wise. I assumed that they had all this education. Now I go to the doctor, they're younger than me. I'm trying to figure out which Blue's Clues they watched. I'm just saying, if it was Joe, it makes me nervous. But that's okay, young people. Your time is coming. 20 years from now, when nobody knows who the Weeknd is, that's gonna hurt your feelings. Just saying. Oh, you guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Are you ready for your headliner? I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're not ready for your headliner. There's more. There he is. So, you've seen him, he's got a documentary about Fat Tuesdays. You've seen him in American History X, you've seen him all over the place, but tonight you're gonna see him here. I wanna hear a lot of noise for Guy Torrey!